Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, throughout the week, we'll be looking at all the iconic vehicles that have come out so far in the Origins line. And here they are. And I even brought back my favorite right now, which is the Wind Raider. Okay, so there's the Wind Raider right there. Then we have the Stridor. Very cool. And because we are getting Night Stalker very soon. There's Stridor right there. Then we have the Walmart exclusive ROTON, and this is our main focus of today's review. Will be the ROTON. We'll look at the beautiful artwork, the vehicle inside the packaging right there. Of course, I do have a loose version of it right there. We'll take a much closer look at it. All right. We also look at the 80s ROTON, thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics, and some very interesting facts about this particular ROTON from the 80s. Of course, we have the Talon Fighter and Point Dread right there. And finally, we have the Ground Ripper, or Road Ripper, if you wish to call it. Right there. So there's a nice shot of all of the remaining, plus my personal favorite of the Wind Raider that we've not seen yet. And the question is what is your favorite iconic vehicle? Maybe there's even a vehicle that it hasn't even come out yet. All right. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll get these other vehicles out of the way, and we can take a much closer look at the ROTON. And here we go. Here we go. We got the ROTON. You got the Master Movement logo. Beautiful artwork right there. The 40th anniversary sticker, the Evil Assault Vehicle, you got Skeletor. Top of the package, you got Cobra Khan. The vehicle itself right there. Comes with two blasters, a face plate right there, and a cage right there, as you can see. And there's a reason for that. And I never knew this reason, but if you, I'm going to show you this fun fact. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. A fun fact about the original 80s version of the ROTON. All right. On the side right there, oh, you got the part of the Eternia. There's the Ground Ripper, or Road Ripper. The snake layer from Eternia. Around the back. With some gorgeous artwork, as always, right there. Point Dread and Stratos. Very easy to assemble, put together. The blasters, cage, if you wish to, use the cage and the face plate right there. And there's the cross cell, the other figures. Came out in 2022. A beautiful shot of Screech right there, flying over. All right. And back around. All right. And I have a loose version of this figure here with the cage and the faceplate right there. I'll get it lower down. And just like the vintage version right there, it does move around. Very cool. Oh, I think I need the box. Let me get this box real right there. There we go. But yeah, very cool. I mean, right out of the 80s version right here. Absolutely amazing. Now, me personally, this is a great look. With the cage and with the face. But this is not the ROTON that I remember. This is the ROTON I remember. Okay? Now, here's the original 80s version right here. Okay? Came out in 1984, right there. As you can see, once again, Origins, plays tribute to the original 80s box art. You can see Skeletor right there, like the Origins right there. You see? So I love that nod, that little, nod to the 80s version right there. There's the ROTON right there, what he looked like back in the 1984. And just like the 80s version, like you just saw, you can move it around. The blades move around. Very, very cool. But here's a fun fact too, guys. Now, I never knew this. that originally, I'm going to pause right here. Now, originally, the Roton was originally, supposed to be for the good guys. Right there. Early concept art by Ed Watts showed the Roton with a red and white color scheme and is designed on the face. See that? So I believe that this faceplate here in the cage, if you wish, to give you that, I think the Mattel wanted to give us collectors that, if you wish to display the Roton as a good guy vehicle, there you go, guys. And I like that. I like the fact that Origins and Mattel gave us that option, like, giving us that red and white faceplate right there to give us a good guy Roton, if you wish to do that. But me personally, it's cool that, but I don't like the cage. The cage is okay, but I prefer, seeing my figure, there you go. See, this is the Roton I remember. But even though it's a nice little nod to the vintage, Roton, giving us that faceplate right there, if you wish to give it a good guy look, and the cage as well. I like that. I like the fact that, Mattel did that for us. But for me personally, this look right here, it will be always the look for me for the Roton right there. Let's get it out of the way. Like all vehicles, the stickers are already on it, which is a nice touch as well. It would be kind of cool if they would have added some sort of blast effect or something like that on the blasters. I think that would be a cool touch. All right. Now another thing that I'm sure a lot of us already know, that did come somewhat of a flight stand base right here. It did not come with a flight stand, but if you have an extra flight stand from the Wind Raider, you can use that to elevate your Roton if you wish. But if you want to give it that more iconic feel and look, I'm sure a lot of us, including myself, will have it like this right here. But it's just an option, which is kind of weird. You give us a flight stand, or something to put a flight stand on, but don't give us a flight stand, which is kind of weird. But it's an option. If you wish to, display your Roton with a flight stand, you can do that. But an absolutely amazing figure, or I keep saying figure, vehicle. Sorry about that, guys. But an iconic vehicle, a must-have. All right. It looks like right out of the 80s. I mean, very cool. Of course, the cross cell, once again, with some amazing vehicles right there. Trying to get that focus here, guys. There you go. You got the Road Ripper, the Battle Ram, the Attack Track. Wasn't the Attack Track from the 80s battery powered? I remember, I think you could turn it on and it moved itself. And I hope we get that same Attack Track, or even the Filmation style Attack Track, with that battery operated, vehicle. I think that would be really cool. These come out very easily and they pop right in. Where's my... Oh, there he is. My Skeletor right there. There you go. There's my Skeletor. Hang on, guys. There we go, guys. I'm using my cartoon collection version of Skeletor. Great detail, once again, of the, that nod to the 80s Roton. So yeah, all this time, I didn't know that, that the Origins line, you know, gave us this faceplate to pay tribute to that very early concept of the Roton, that originally it was going to be a good guy vehicle and not a bad guy vehicle, before they switched over to the bad guy. So I like that, you know, so you can have multiple Rotons, good and bad, if you wish, which is pretty cool. Got a little paint, something like that, on my faceplate right there. The only thing I don't really like, really, is the cage. You know, I think it's okay, but I wanted to see my figure displayed out in the open, and without the cage. And maybe this was another option, like the whole, you know, good guy vehicle with the cage and the faceplate. But to me personally, I don't like the cage. It hides the figure, and I want to see my figure out in the open. That's the only major gripe. And then the second gripe, of course, is the flight stand. The fact that they gave us a flight stand, or not a flight stand, but something you put a flight stand on, and they didn't give us a flight stand. That's the only, you know, two gripes I have. But all in all, it's an amazing vehicle, a must-have for any collector in the Origins line or the Master Universe line. And like before, if the Origins Roton is bigger or smaller, because I never owned a Roton. This is my first ever Roton in my collection. I never owned the original Roton. Was the original 80s Roton bigger or smaller than the Origins one? So let me know in the comments below, guys. But I'm very happy to have it in the collection right there. This was a Walmart exclusive once again. All right, but there you go, guys. There's a look at the iconic Roton, the evil assault vehicle. All right. One more shots here. All right. All right, guys. I'd like to take time now to thank my subscribers. If you've made it this far in the video and have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys all things Masters of the Universe, like the Origins line here with these iconic vehicles, like the cartoon collection as well, to the vintage Origins line too, to the Turtles of Grayskull, to the Masterverse line too, guys, to the CGI as well. And hit that like button. And thank you for doing that, guys. It means a lot. It helps my channel to get out there, to grow, and hopefully for more people to, you know, watch my videos and like them and subscribe as well. So thank you for doing that. All right. And once again, guys, what has been your favorite iconic vehicle so far that has come out in the Origins line? Or if there's a vehicle that has not even come out yet, you know, there's so many. Like I said, like the Bashusaurus, you know, like the, you know, Dragon Walker, the Attack Track, you know, Battle Ram. You know, these are some really, I mean, Night Stalker. Of course, Night Stalker is coming because we know from San Diego Comic-Con that we saw glamour shots. So that is a vehicle or a horse, or a bad guy horse, if you wish, that is on its way. It's just a matter of time, so we should be hopefully getting that very soon within the year. So that's another great vehicle to get in the collection. All right, but once again, what is your favorite so far of the Origins line, you know, as far as vehicles? For me personally right now, I would have to say, you know, my top three, I would say Wind Raider, okay? Then I would go Point Dread. I think they did an amazing job on Point Dread. The only problem I had with Point Dread, when we get to it, and I'll probably remind you again, is that was the first time in the Origins line that we didn't get a clear bubble to see the figure or the vehicle inside the packaging. It's all encased in closed boxed art, which is amazing. And the box art is absolutely amazing. It's incredible. In fact, the funny fact is you can see, you know, the Roton all over it right there. But in fact, you know, that's my only big gripe with the Talon Fighter, is the fact that that's like the first, and hopefully it will be the last time we got an enclosed packaging. I love clear bubble. I like to see my figures or my vehicles displayed beautifully in the collection and loose as well. But as far as in box, you know, I'm always a fan of, I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well, of, you know, the clear bubble, so you can see the, you know, the item, the figure, the vehicle, you know, in your collection as well. That's my only gripe with the Talon Fighter. That's number two. And number three, it would have to be the Roton. With I love the look. It's right out of that 80s line. Even though it didn't give us a flight stand, which which is kind of weird. But the original did not get a flight stand either. But it's right out of the 80s. I love the look. I love the detail of it with all the stickers around it. I love the fact that, like I said, that Mattel gave us that option of the good Roton that it was supposed to be designed for. I love that, giving us that option for a good or bad guy, Roton, if you wish to display it. So I love that. So basically my top three so far, and that could change, with if we get the Bashisaurus, if we get a Battle Ram, a vintage, and I want to see a Sky Sled. I want that vintage style Origins Battle Ram. I mean everything. Like even the Sky Sled can be detached from the Battle Ram as well. I would love to get that, in Origins. But right now my top three is Wind Raider, 2 Talon Fighter, and number 3 the Roton. All right. All right. Of course, hit that. And of course, thank you for letting me do that, guys. And of course, hit that notification bell when you upload new videos. And tomorrow, like I am waiting for new figures, guys. It's hopefully coming very, very soon. If not, if anything doesn't show up tomorrow, of course, we'll look at the next incredible vehicle in the world of Master. We'll look at the Ground Ripper or the Road Ripper. We'll look at that. All right, and he came with an amazing character. Once again, the second time that we got a figure with a vehicle, and I don't know about that. I'm kind of, it's great, but I really wish that the vehicles would be on their own, and not. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy the fact that we got a Mechaneck with the Ground Ripper. That's amazing. But I'm always a single carded figure. I love getting the figures by themselves, in single carded form, okay, and not vehicle form. That's just my preference. Getting a figure in single carded packaging and not with the vehicle, like Prince Adam. And when I said in my Sky Sled review or re-review of Sky Sled, I really wish that the Sky Sled, of course, came with the Battle Ram and not with a figure. And Prince Adam, like Mechaneck, should have been on their own card back, and not with a vehicle. But we still got, but it's amazing vehicle, and Mechaneck is incredible. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow, guys. All right, if we don't get anything new on the collection, guys. All right. So also, guys, once again, share this video to guys who has a passion and any love for collecting all things Master Universe, like the Vintage Origins line here with these iconic vehicles, to the cartoon collection right here, to the Masterverse line, to the CGI line, to the Vintage Origins line as well, to the Turtles of Grayskull, all right, to the 80s line as well. And I'm sure, like, we all know this, but anybody who's new to the Origins line or new to collecting, these figures are about 5.5 in scale, except for the cartoon collection. Okay, they're a little bit taller, about half an inch taller. But you can use any vintage 80s, if you have any vintage 80s figures in your collection. For anybody who's new to the Origins line and has some vintage 80s collecting figures and stuff like that, and, you can use your 80s figures with the Roton, with the Origins Roton, if you wish. All right, so 80s line to Classics line, Super 7. I mean, over 40 years, guys, of this amazing product. Mondo, Funko Pops, 2000X, Super 7, New Adventures of He-Man as well. So, guys, just like one more day left for hopefully we can get ROTON. It should be on pre-order coming on the 21st. So mark your calendars for that. Hope you guys can get that. I always go for one, just to make sure I have at least one in the collection. And there's any time for, if it's still available, I will always go for 2. But I always go for 1 at least to have in the collection. So I hope you guys are going to be able to get, your ROTON for your Origins collection. You can get up to 3. All right. So guys, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. And I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. Take care, guys, and have a good one.